How are early customers reacting when they first see Blue Alpha, and what tends to be their light bulb moment when they see the outputs and the work you're creating?
I think there's multiple light bulbs that basically turn on throughout the journey. The first one starts with everyone thinks about MMMs are these slow models that actually
Yeah,
don't provide
for
any
sure.
value. That's immediately like, oh my god, I can actually like have an MMM across all my different channels weekly updating on a weekly basis, get insights, right? Then the other light bulb usually turns on is I thought I'm actually managing my paid media mix super well, and then I'm starting to see all of these inefficiencies, within like weeks, and then I can start to actually act on them and start to build like more diversified media mix. Or like I thought Meta was super incremental, and now I actually figure out it's not, and I'm pulling back spend and I'm relocating it into like I don't know something more CTV related, and now I actually have the tools to measure that as well, right? And then this is like a second light bulb, and on top of that is also the completeness of not just having an MMM, but also incrementality testing, activity logs, anomaly detection, right? Of like having everything into like one place, and then having it continuously over time actually give you new recommendations instead of just like, okay, this is once and now it's done, because it actually evolves with you and your marketing mix and the business over time. Yeah.
Great. What's the core capability Blue Alpha brings that simply isn't possible with current tools or is stitched together? There's a lot of that going on. People are stitching together various tools. They're kind of down the road with it. They feel like they can't walk away based on the investments they've made and so on. But maybe talk a little bit about your core capabilities and even the decisioning engine or measurement layer and how Blue Alpha differs from what marketers typically rely on today.
Yeah, so I think the biggest differentiator is the unification, for example, of we're bringing all of your platforms together. We're layering this inside measurement piece on top of this, and then we're feeding all of this into an agentic engine that starts to give you a recommendation, not just about your paid media budget, but also of like, do you see creative fatigue? What are some anomaly detections? Like, did this specific campaign drop? So it's a consolidation of like a lot of different tools, for example, all brought into one, that if you want to run paid media, you only need one tool to do this right now, and it's Blue Alpha. And once we go into the execution phase, you don't even need to like flip between the different platforms anymore, because you can execute everything via our platform, right? So it's your one-stop shop, your source of truth of, I want to understand, and whether this goes from reporting to why did I make a certain decision to what I'm supposed to do next, or I need to like basically build a slide deck for my CMO or like CFO or CEO. All of this is within one platform, that you really start to consolidate the entire landscape. Yeah.